Welcome to another episode of Big Local Live Tarek Community Podcast. Today we have special guests, two special guests actually, Megha and Juhi. How are you both?
We're doing great, thank you.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, you're excited to be here today?
Yes.
So I hear that you guys are working on projects, right? Um, Drama and art.
Yep, you're correct.
Would you like to tell us a bit about that?
Well, me and Juhi are kind of trying to create this joint project. It's two different categories. One's art-based and one is drama-based, but it's kind of under the same branch because we're trying to achieve the same goals or cover the same topics. So yeah, we're just kind of working together because we have a similar vision, but obviously hers is more tailored to drama and drama things, and mine is more tailored to art things.
Yeah, so what made you both do this, project?
Well, Taz gave us the opportunity to run our own thing during lockdown because lockdown can be quite boring and frustrating. So Megha and I are both very creative. Megha's very much into art and I'm very much into drama. I'm also studying it at the moment. So we thought it would be really cool to do an online Zoom session thing where we can allow other young people to also be creative in their time.
Yeah, because I did drama, funny enough. I told you that I was dressed as Peter Pan. I don't even remember that story, but I was.
I remember you telling us. It sounds very interesting.
Yeah, I was dressed as Peter Pan. So what made you start with Heston West? Or you local you both?
So we started like a billion years ago. No, it doesn't. It's not a billion years. I think we joined in year 10 or something like that. It was kind of just like by chance. We all happened to sign up for the same thing during like a lunch break or something. And I think one of our very first few projects were like art clubs or creative-ish clubs, that kind of thing. So we've kind of just been doing that for a very long time now. So I think over time we've accumulated some experience as to how to run things to a relatively good standard. So I think each project we do just gets better and better, or that's the goal anyway. We try and make things better and better every time we try something new. But yeah, we started ages ago. We've been here.
How about you, Juhi?
It's the exact same for me. We had like a group of 5 or 6 girls that just happened to sign up with a good old Taz in our dining hall, standing there with leaflets going, join Heston West Big Local. And at the time, we had no idea what it was. We had some sort of experience volunteering like a year ago, but it didn't go so well. So we were like, okay, let's give it another shot. And we really, really enjoyed ourselves. We felt like we were doing something productive and creative. And it was a good use of our time. And we just happened to stay forever. So here we are.
Can you tell me, both of you, what's your best big local moment? Do you have one?
Probably. There are so many. I think one of the best big local moments would be the first ever event that we did, Cranford Fun Day, probably because that's like the first major thing that we made ourselves. We did everything ourselves. We planned it and we got all the things that we needed for it, and it went really well and it was successful. So that's kind of the first thing we did, and we knew that it was the beginning of something really amazing.
Yeah, and to tell you something about me also, when I started Big Local, I don't know if you heard my story I did recently, the on-screen version, and it was because of one person, Taj. that was how I started it as well. Um, any challenges you can think of for doing this new project, for instance? Um, challenges that you may face?
Well, it's definitely been, I wouldn't say difficult, but trying to do an entire project yourself for the first time can be quite overwhelming, just because you don't actually realize how much like admin and other little things you have to do to make sure that you have covered every single ground or every single potential hazard or that kind of thing. There's a lot of thought that has to go into it. So I feel like I feel like if we were doing this with our regular day-to-day lives out of quarantine, it would be incredibly difficult to try and balance everything. But just because we don't have much going on right now in terms of things to do, it means that we have lots of spare time that we can dedicate to this project, which is amazing. But yeah, I would say definitely just the finer details of everything can be quite difficult sometimes, like planning sessions or planning things in advance and needing to know what kind of materials you need, or trying to think of ways to get people to sign up, that kind of thing, has been quite difficult so far. But luckily we're passionate about the things that we're doing, and I think it would be a whole lot more difficult if we weren't, because then it would just become more taxing to do all of those things.
Do you have anything to add, Juhi?
Yeah, I agree entirely with what Megha said. Also, considering I'm doing drama, which is quite a physical, practical subject or thing to do, it's it's difficult to understand how I'm supposed to do that on Zoom. I've had a few ideas, but it's a completely different experience to what drama would usually be. So I think I found that quite challenging personally for my own project, is how to engage people with something like drama through Zoom. But we're trying to overcome that obstacle slowly but surely.
Yeah, it must be challenging. Megha, you mentioned something about signing up. How do people sign up?
Well, we have two Google forms that you could fill out. One is for art and one is for drama. But we also have a link on our leaflet. It's hestonwest.org/the thought scene. And between the and thought and scene, there are dashes, just to verbalize that. There should be the Google form links on that web page. So if anybody would want to sign up, you can just attend that website and it should come up with everything. Or you could probably follow our social media. We have an Instagram page and it's at the thought scene, where we'll be posting our leaflet shortly, and you'll also be able to get links and other information from there too.
Yeah. So, what are your goals, both of you, in the future, or what do you hope to get out of this project? I know
Um,
after the question.
Future goals, we're still working on that, I think. But for this project, a lot more experience in like leading something and organizing and just improving in general as like a creator. Also, I'd like to have more confidence within myself. That would be really cool, because if I'm speaking to a bunch of 15 to 20-year-olds trying to give some of my knowledge to them, it's quite intimidating still. So I would like to feel more confident after this is over. And overall, for like my project, I would just like to deliver something that keeps people entertained for some time and also keep it educational and productive. And it would be really nice to have like a thing that people have made, a performance, a show, or like just a creative thing that people have made, something that they're proud of.
Yeah. Anything from you, Megha? Megha?
I think for me, because my sessions are so information heavy in terms of, I would like to show people new artists and new art styles and that kind of thing, and how their work is so significant in the community that they represent, inevitably I will be learning more about everything involved in that process. So my goals for the future are definitely to retain more knowledge and to just learn more about those 3 different communities. But also, like Juhi said, I'd like to gain some confidence, because we are, at the end of the day, presenting to a bunch of people or trying our best to make a group of people work with each other. So I think, yeah, my communication hopefully improves by the end of it.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you both, any projects themes that you might have, any theme?
Did you say themes?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, we're both kind of, we both want to tackle somewhat similar issues with our project. For me, it's more based on the struggles of the pandemic and what people have been kind of going through in this time, because it's been difficult for everyone and everyone has their own personal unique experience. And I would like to make my project a space where people can openly speak about what they've been going through, what they found difficult, what they found positive, and just share with one another. Yeah.
Megha, how about you?
Mine's a little different. I have 3 distinct categories. The first one is the LGBTQ plus community, because it's Pride Month. The second topic is Black artists or artists of color, obviously because of the whole Black Lives Matter movement occurring currently. I thought it was a pretty relevant topic. And the third topic is what I like to call art during a revolution. So just looking at things like, for example, art during World War II or art during currently now, like the gun crisis in America, that kind of thing. So yeah, they are pretty heavy topics, but I think they are necessary to communicate about.
Yeah, I briefly heard that. I don't know what's going on. About the drama and art project, if I was to set you up with a plan, because we love Taz, I know. Can you draw a sculpture of Taz, or maybe in the drama set, like get him dressed as a drama character? No, hate me for this, but
You want me to draw a portrait of Taz?
yeah.
I'll have to think about that one, but I'm sure we can arrange something.
Yeah, I just love teasing him. So any more, and what's your message to everyone, like to say to get involved? What's your message to everyone?
Okay, our message would definitely be get involved. It's really important to do things in this time because, you know, we're stuck inside. So it'd be really cool to do something productive and creative with your time, feel like you're actually doing something that's making a difference to yourself and other people. It's good to be creative, it's good for your mental health, it's good for your physical health. I would just say this can even help you improve your routine and just creative. So I would 100% say do art or drama, whatever you fancy. I say do it, get involved.
And Megha?
Yeah, definitely. I think now is a brilliant time to learn something, especially because we're stuck indoors. We, like Juhi said, we have nothing to be doing currently. So what better time than now to educate yourself? I feel like it would definitely be a creative stimulation. So if you're looking for something to do, then come join.
Yeah. I'll tell you something, I'm not into art, but I started doing it in my new home and I started to like it. And drama as well. Funny what things change.
Yeah, exactly. You just got to try new things and explore because I guess this is the time to be exploring.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. I think I've asked all the questions. What can you remember any more big local highlights?
I think for me personally, the awards celebrations at the end of the year are always a good experience or a memorable experience because they're different every year, but they're very significant. They're like a giant throwback of the entire year where we can see all of everybody's highlights. I think it's just a very memorable um, day, can't speak, memorable evening for everybody. And everyone gets to dress nice and it's all just very nice. I really like them.
Juhi, how about you?
Um, I oh I would say I agree with Megha. The awards evenings are always so fun. The throwbacks are super cool. It's just nice to see everyone supporting one another and each other's just like achievements. It's really nice. It's like we feel the whole community, we feel the love. Also, I really like doing the summer schools with Creative Spaces London because it's like we've been doing it for like 3 or 4 summers now. And it's like we spend our whole summer working with these incredible kids and Rachel, and we've learned so much through those. We've been able to lead our own sessions, plan our own sessions, just do our own thing, and it's been an amazing journey.
One last thing I want to get at both of you. Um, you guys went to university, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Was it like being at university for both of you?
What's it like being at university?
Yes.
It's definitely incredibly stressful and different. It's very different than anything that I personally have ever experienced before. Um, there's lots of new factors, especially if you're living away from home. And also, it's also very independent. A lot of the work you do is things that you have to be inclined to doing yourself. So in like there's no teachers pressing you or getting on your back saying you have to do this and this and this and this. It's all just like, oh, you should do this if you feel like it, but like you also kind of probably should feel the sake of your degree. So it's very new, I would say, in my personal experience.
And Juhi?
Yeah, I agree. It's completely different to what I expected it to be as well. It's incredibly independent. You basically are forced to grow up. You just have to. It's like it hits you so quick, and they're like, okay, now you're an adult. Now do everything by yourself, and it's quite intimidating at first. But also we forget that it's really fun. If you're living out, you're living with your friends, and that's super cool.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just really fun sometimes. There's a lot of work, but you've chosen your degree because you like your degree, hopefully, and you're passionate about it. So even if you have lots of work to do, I'm sure you'll enjoy what you're doing in the end.
So just quickly, anything you want to leave a message to anyone to encourage them to join the art club or to, the drama club? Both of you, any last words?
Yeah, if you guys are stuck inside and you are looking for a creative outlet, I really encourage you to join either art or drama. I feel like it'll be a great stimulating environment for you, especially if, like me, you haven't had inspiration for anything for like the past 10 years. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I think it will be a great informative environment and also a chance to make new friends, maybe. So you should definitely come along, make some cool art, make some sick drama. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, and Juhi?
What she said, I detest. Yeah, do something cool with your life. Come on, be creative. Be creative. Also, like you get sent really cool materials and stuff too. So hopefully you'll get a chance to experiment with different paints that you've never painted with before, or different props that you've never used before. It's just a chance to broaden your horizons and do something new. So as Megha said, I encourage you to join one of these, art or drama. Please do something creative. Please.
Yeah. So thank you both for joining me today. This is Tarek's Community Podcast. Big Love Life. I'm your host, Tarek Mrad, and goodbye.